It's incredibly dark out this morning. You guys, I have something insane to show you. Do you keep 4 weeks left? Oh my gosh. I don't know how we got here. Like, I could have a child at any moment. You guys want to see the bump? I've been living in my 30 years t-shirts, which I'm always living in these t-shirts, but bump, boom, there she is. I'm starting to get a little line. At this point, my whole belly button is like so stretched. I knew my belly button wasn't going to pop because I actually just have like a deep, this is like so, no one cares, but I have a deep belly button, so it just like looks weird at this point, but it is what it is. I'm feeling really good. Let's like start with that. Let's start with like my body, how I'm feeling. I'm actually feeling really good, minus the fact that 2 days ago I took a really bad tumble. The only time I've ever fallen my whole entire pregnancy, and it freaked me the fuck out. So I was actually taking my trash out and there's a downspout and it had just rained and it was incredibly slick and I poof fell thankfully on my hip. Like, I don't even know why I was holding, I had 3 things of trash, okay? So I had like a big white trash bag, the normal trash bag, and then I had like 2 additional bags that I was holding. And I was holding it all in my left hand, which is strange because I'm right-handed, but like, I don't know, I'm telling you, like, everything happens for a reason. It was just like very, very weird because if that would have been on my right, like, I'm not sure how I would have fallen. I think I probably would have fallen like direct on my back, but because it was on my left, I was able to like fall on my hip and like not hurt my belly, not really hurt my back, but my body is in a decent bit of pain. That night, I could not sleep because honestly, my wrist, I like caught myself with my hand here, so my wrist and forearm was in so much freaking pain. My shoulder as well, because then I ended up landing on that. And the worst pain I have right now is actually my hip, because I did land on my hip. But when I'm telling you, I fell and I stood up so fast and I was like, please be okay, please be okay, please be okay. And then I came inside and I had to like lay down for an hour and do my kick count. I need to make sure you're okay and that like I don't need to like run to the doctor because of this fall. So I laid down on the couch and I counted way over 10 movements in an hour. I mean, he's actually pretty active, which is great. So everything's fine. Otherwise, yeah, I just like can't get a good night's sleep for the freaking life of me, which is so expected. Waking up to pee in the middle of the night, but also just like not really comfortable. And really that's it. I haven't had any like Braxton Hicks contractions. I thought I had one, but I don't actually think it was. I think my stomach was just upset. That's where I'm at. Officially 9 months pregnant today. I feel like I could have a baby at any second, but you know, at the same time, it could still be a month away. Do you guys remember the days of good luck puffins on doctor appointment mornings? Honestly, so I used to eat puffins and then I would like go out to breakfast afterwards, or I would go to Target, or I would do something. A lot of the times it resulted in me like going out to breakfast because puffins like wasn't enough food for me. Now I've got doctor's appointments every single week, and sure, I could be going to breakfast every single time, but at the same time I am trying to save a little bit of money. I'm just trying to be a little bit more strategic where I spend my money, and a lot of my money right now is going towards baby final prep. Even tomorrow I scheduled my car to get like detailed, and that is like more important to me than eating breakfast out, you know, like I can make breakfast at home. So I'm just gonna make myself some pancakes here. Today's doctor's appointment is a little bit of an exciting one in the sense that it's my last ultrasound. So when I had my anatomy scan, he was measuring big. He was 90th percentile, which like average is 50. So he's like at the top you know, he's up there in terms of size, or at least he was. Ever since then, they do like the tape measure of your belly. I'm measuring right on track, so I'm not measuring early or anything, but still, he could be big in there. And I know like these like ultrasounds aren't 100% accurate by any means. Like from what I hear, what they could probably tell today, they could be off by like a pound or two in either direction, which is wild. But at the same time, I'm like, how do you really calculate weight of a baby from an ultrasound? Like, I don't freaking know how that works. So I have got that today. And then it's my first, what I'm gonna call internal exam of my pregnancy. So we'll see how that goes. I feel like kind of like a strep test, and I don't know. At first, when I found out that I was gonna have an ultrasound, I kind of went into freak out mode just because I have a girlfriend that ended up like at 35 weeks, she had a doctor's appointment and then ended up being like rushed in for an emergency C-section. And then even my sister-in-law, her situation was a little bit different, but it was like after a doctor appointment, it was like, okay, and we're not going home. I like had it in my mind that I had to be fully ready and prepared today in case I'm getting rushed to the hospital, which like the chances of that actually happening are so incredibly slim. But what I am going to do, just because I'm like a little bit of a prepper, I'm gonna bring my contacts, like my contact solution and glasses, just to have it in my car. I'm not gonna bring like my car seat or anything, which I'm sure like that doesn't even make any sense, but I can always have Cameron run by my house, grab the car seat, like take care of the dogs, do whatever needs to be done. But I don't even have like a full go bag packed. Like I said, the car seat is not in the car yet. And the only reason for that is because I want my car detailed before I put the car seat in there. So like that's gonna happen in the next day or two, but I'm like, you don't need to fully doomsday prep. You don't need to be fully prepared to be like rushed to the hospital today, because the chances of that actually happening are slim. It's very, very slim. This is truly ridiculous. Oh my gosh, one of the things I want to do is I want to grab my battery. I'm going to grab that. But I have my toiletry bag. This is my toothbrush in there. I brought my glasses, contact solution, stuff that I'm like, I would just want. There's no way I'm actually going to the hospital today, but... And I better not, because my house is like such a freaking disaster and I am truly not prepared. But, you know, as prepared as I can be. Let me grab this. I am obviously not in the hospital, so that's good. All my crazy fears were good. It's fine. Okay. Oh my gosh, this pregnancy congestion is just like annoying me. So, had my ultrasound, which is the lighting like, okay. I had my ultrasound and it like wasn't a fun ultrasound in the sense that like he is already in position. Like he is head down, face back, so like you could see nothing but like his spine really. And they knew what they were doing. Like they take so many photos and I'm like, how can you tell what anything is? Like I can't tell anything. But apparently he's measuring about 6 pounds 4 ounces right now. Again, give or take. Like it could be totally wrong. He's now in the 41st percentile, which is dramatically different from the 90th. I am measuring on track though. I'm actually measuring 1 day ahead of where I am. But yeah, everything is good. Did the strep test. It like, I don't know, it like startled me. She didn't like tell me it was coming and I was like, what the? Otherwise, she didn't actually check my cervix or anything today, which I'm totally fine with. I mean, she gave me the option to, but she was like, since you're not having contractions and since you're not like he's not measuring big, she was like, I don't really see the need to see if like your cervix is starting to like dilate or whatever. So yeah, there was no check that way today. Last night, I had it totally made up in my mind that today they were going to tell me that we need to induce labor. And it can still happen, but I just like had this super weird feeling, and I was like, let me get as much done as possible because I'm gonna go to my doctor's appointment. They're gonna tell me he's not growing, things aren't progressing, there's no need for him to be in there anymore. Let's induce labor. So they were gonna send me home, allow me to get my things, and then I was gonna have to report to the hospital tonight to be inducted. And again, that still could happen. But like, I'm telling you, I was like in my shower listening to this one playlist that I just like love and adore. And I just like, I really, really felt it. I was like, this is my last shower. This is my last night. Like, I don't know. It was just crazy. And now this morning I don't feel it as much. But I don't know. I don't know. We are 37 weeks. Big, big, big mama. Well, I was wrong. I think oh my gosh, I worked my ass off the last few days so that I'm ready. Like, there's a few more things I could do, but like, I'm at the point where I'm ready. And yeah, anyways, I magically gained 4 pounds in a week. They didn't say anything about it, but I don't even understand. I am measuring 1 bigger on the belly. Heartbeat is good. I did have like a cervix check today, which no. No. Apparently everything is still situated too high that she couldn't even feel. So she was like, you're not in labor right now. I was like, okay. But like, I don't know. I guess I don't understand the cervix check thing because like from what I've heard, it's like, it doesn't help to determine labor at all. So it's like, yeah, I knew I wasn't in labor. It's like there's a 70% chance it's already raining. It's like, that's how I feel about the cervix check. I don't know. I'm no doctor. I don't know. But I'm like, is there really a point to it? Because I knew I wasn't in active labor, or even like, I'm not like even in like pre-labor right now. Like, I don't really have anything happening. Of course, the one day I don't bring my camera because I was like, oh, I won't have an update. Like, I'll just update them when I get home. I hate that I do this to myself because like right now in my head I'm like, Cathrin, you have no reason to cry. Like, it's fine. You have no reason to cry, but at the same time I'm just like worried. It's gonna be okay. I am 38 weeks and my belly is measuring 36.5. So at 35 weeks I was 35. At 36 weeks I was 35. Last week I was 36. And now this week it's only 36.5. So in a month, my belly has only grown 1.5. And I just like, I don't know, I knew like when I had my ultrasound done, the fact that he went from the 90th percentile down to the 40th percentile, I was like, holy shit, like that's dramatic. But they weren't concerned about it because still like 40th percentile is fine. It's not like he's in like the 4th percentile or something. And anyway, so she measured my belly today and just like didn't really say anything to me, but there's always someone that comes in to like take notes and stuff. She was like, told the other lady, Angie, I think is her name, she was like, let's schedule an ultrasound for next week. And I was like, yep, that means like his size isn't good. And then she was like, remind me of his size last time. And I was like, when we did the ultrasound, he was measuring a day ahead of like my due date, like his, I don't even know, is it just gestational age? I don't even forget, it doesn't even matter. He was measuring 1 day ahead, and he was in the 40th percentile. And she was like, wow, you've got a good memory. And I was like, yeah, because this shit's important. like, and every week I do take notes, but Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I know it's like, he's fine. Like, his heartbeat is still good and he's moving a lot. It's just, I don't know if he's still like growing in there type thing. Anyway, I do have an ultrasound scheduled for next week, and that will determine if they will allow me to go another week and see if my body goes into labor naturally or if I will need to be induced next week. He's gonna be right there. It's gonna be fine. Welcome to Cooking with Cathrin as we try to induce labor here. Listen, I'm doing far better than yesterday. I actually ended up, I cried probably like 3 times yesterday. You know, I was just like in my feels, all of the emotions, just, it's a lot going on. And then I did some research later at night and I was like, oh wait, I don't actually really like have a reason to be concerned. Like I do, but I don't know. Anyway, I went to the store and we got dates, baby. Girls, out of the kitchen, come on. Thank you, look good girlfriends. So I probably should have been eating these like a while ago, but honestly, I have never had a date before. I don't know if I like dates. I love my Lara bars, that like the primary ingredient is dates. But I just don't know. And then I was also like, how much of it is it like a myth versus actual reality that dates, you know what? See, I feel like I'm actually gonna like dates, but I know like some people can just eat them with like peanut butter or put like chocolate. Sadly, I can't have cacao, but I kind of want to bake with these. And I don't know if it's gonna have the same effect, but I feel like why wouldn't it? You know? So I'm gonna make blueberry date muffins and hopefully this will help me go into labor. Do we try one? It's not bad, but it's not good either. I don't know. The more that sits in my mouth, the more I'm like, that is so gross. Okay, let's proceed. Apologies for my dryer going right now. It's just constant laundry over here prepping for labor. But while I was at Target yesterday getting those dates, I also got an exercise ball. You know, apparently doing bounces on the ball and doing like figure eights and like other things with your hips can help the baby move down into your pelvis and help get labor started. So I sat on it for an hour yesterday, which is not advised. I really should have looked up how long you should sit on it, bounce on it, move on it before I did. But I was like, I'm just gonna like puzzle and watch TV episode and I'm just gonna chill on this ball and it's gonna be fine. No, not fine, okay? To any of my pregnant ladies out there, don't do that. Don't do it. I have now got insane front pelvic pain. Insane. And I immediately Googled it and being like, what? And apparently this is lightning crotch, so it's not fun, honestly. Like if I'm sitting, I have to like now sit in like kind of a reclined position because it's just and it was like 1 hour. It was just 1 hour, but that was not my brightest idea. So now I'm like, I don't even want to sit on this ball because it hurt me, when in reality I should have just not been on it for as long as I was on it. So there's that. you know, just trying to induce labor over here. I've also been drinking my raspberry leaf tea every single night, but I've been doing that for a while. Dates I probably should have started sooner. I hope these muffins are good. Hi, can I be transferred to labor and delivery? I think I'm gonna have this child today.